Amazon show just got exposed for treating contestants like lab rats, and the leaked details are absolutely horrifying. We're talking about 2,000 people trapped in a Las Vegas stadium without proper food or medical care, while Amazon filmed their suffering for profit. Contestants were given cold oatmeal, raw vegetables, and Mr. Beast chocolate bars as their only meals, while diabetic participants went days without insulin after staff confiscated their medication. Women were denied basic hygiene products during menstruation because staff claimed it wasn't a medical emergency. But here's what's really sick about this whole situation. Amazon knew exactly what they were doing when they greenlit this disaster because streaming platforms have discovered that human suffering generates more engagement than actual entertainment. The New York Times investigation reveals that contestants were sleeping on sun-soaked stadium turf during the day and filming at night, creating deliberate sleep deprivation that Amazon could monetize as drama. When your streaming platform literally tortures people for content while calling it entertainment, they're not making television. They're running a digital coliseum where human misery becomes algorithmic gold that generates subscription revenue.
Wicked just became the center of a viral pay dispute rumor, and Universal's panicked response proves Hollywood's salary secrets are finally being exposed. Social media is exploding with theories that Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are fighting over massive pay differences, forcing the studio to issue damage control statements. The controversy started when fans noticed Ariana is campaigning for supporting actress while Cynthia goes for lead at the Oscars, suggesting their contracts reflect very different compensation levels. AI-generated content showing the actresses fighting has gone viral, with millions of fans analyzing every interview for signs of tension between the co-stars. But here's what Universal doesn't want you to realize about this whole mess. Streaming platforms and studios deliberately create pay disparities to generate exactly this kind of controversy, because salary drama drives more engagement than the actual movies they're promoting. Wicked's pay dispute proves that entertainment companies would rather have audiences gossiping about behind-the-scenes drama than focusing on artistic merit or storytelling quality. When your movie studio's biggest marketing strategy is leaked salary controversy, they're not selling entertainment. They're selling celebrity conflict that turns artistic collaboration into algorithmic content designed to generate social media buzz.
Netflix's CEO just said if people think their content is harmful, they're doing it right. And this tone-deaf response proves streaming platforms view controversy as their business model. The statement came as a direct response to Elon Musk's Cancel Netflix campaign, which has already cost the company $25 billion in market value. Musk is now calling for congressional hearings over transgender content in children's programming, while Netflix's CEO is essentially admitting they profit from content that damages kids. The CEO's arrogant response shows Netflix believes subscriber outrage is actually good for business because controversy generates more engagement than quality programming. But here's what Netflix doesn't want shareholders to understand about their strategy. They've discovered that harmful content creates more social media buzz than family-friendly entertainment, so they're deliberately choosing controversy over responsibility to drive algorithmic engagement. The CEO's doubling down proves that streaming platforms have abandoned any pretense of social responsibility in favor of engagement metrics that prioritize outrage over actual entertainment value. When your streaming service's CEO admits they're intentionally creating harmful content, they're not defending artistic freedom. They're confessing that they've turned child exploitation into a profit center that generates revenue through manufactured controversy.
Sabrina Carpenter just handcuffed Joe Keery on stage, and the viral arrest moment proves streaming platforms are turning concert experiences into social media content. The Stranger Things star got arrested during Carpenter's show as part of her ongoing tradition of handcuffing celebrities. But the interaction has sparked dating speculation that's exploding across social media. Fans are analyzing every second of their stage chemistry, while streaming platforms immediately promote both artists' content to capitalize on the viral moment. The arrest tradition shows how concerts have become content creation opportunities rather than genuine musical experiences designed to connect artists with audiences. But here's what's really manufactured about these celebrity arrest moments. Streaming platforms and social media have trained artists to create viral interactions that generate more engagement than their actual musical performances, turning concerts into algorithmic content farms. Carpenter's celebrity handcuffing tradition proves that live music has been transformed into social media moments designed to drive streaming revenue rather than celebrate artistic expression. When your concert experience is designed primarily to generate viral content rather than musical connection, artists aren't performing, they're creating algorithmic engagement tools that prioritize social media buzz over the authentic live music experiences that originally made concerts meaningful.
Lando Norris just made an audacious move that's igniting the friendliest F1 title race ever, and the drama's crossing into mainstream pop culture in ways that prove streaming platforms are turning sports into entertainment content. The McLaren Drivers' Championship battle is generating massive social media engagement, while Oscar Piastri to Ferrari rumors are creating team drama that's trending beyond traditional racing markets. Christian Horner is being targeted as Hamilton's next Ferrari boss, creating transfer speculation that streaming platforms are immediately monetizing through sports documentary content. The F1 title race has become viral content that appeals to audiences who don't even follow racing, just like how streaming services has transformed sports into algorithmic entertainment. But here's what's really calculated about F1's mainstream pop culture crossover success. Streaming platforms have discovered that sports drama generates more engagement than actual racing, so they're promoting personality conflicts and transfer speculation over athletic achievement or technical innovation. Norris's title race proves that modern sports coverage prioritizes social media moments over competitive excellence, turning athletic competition into reality TV content that serves streaming platform engagement metrics. When your favorite sport becomes more famous for off-track drama than actual racing, streaming platforms aren't celebrating athletic achievement. They're exploiting competitive sports as content creation opportunities that reduce genuine athletic excellence to algorithmic engagement designed to drive subscription revenue.
California just banned streaming platforms from making ads louder than content, and the new law proves governments are finally fighting back against digital manipulation tactics. The legislation takes effect in July 2026 and directly targets Disney Plus and other services that use audio manipulation to force viewer attention during commercial breaks. Streaming platforms have been using loud advertisements as psychological warfare against subscribers, creating jarring volume changes that make it impossible to ignore promotional content. The law represents the first major government regulation of streaming platform manipulation tactics, showing that authorities are recognizing how these services exploit human psychology for profit. But here's what streaming platforms don't want you to realize about their audio manipulation strategy. They've been deliberately using loud ads to create stress responses that make viewers more likely to upgrade subscriptions or purchase promoted content, turning volume control into a behavioral modification tool. California's loud ad ban proves that streaming services have been treating subscribers like experimental subjects rather than customers, using audio manipulation as a form of digital torture designed to generate revenue. When your streaming platform needs government regulation to stop psychologically manipulating you through volume control, they're not providing entertainment. They're conducting behavioral experiments that prioritize corporate profit over subscriber comfort and mental health.
A TV actor just got fired from Matlock after sexual assault accusations, and his wife's public defense is exposing how streaming platforms profit from predator protection scandals. David Del Rio was axed from the show, while his wife Catherine publicly slammed accuser Leah Lewis, creating additional controversy that entertainment media is immediately monetizing. The sexual assault allegations are destroying Del Rio's career, while streaming platforms continue promoting content featuring accused predators, proving they prioritize profit over accountability. His wife's public defense strategy shows how entertainment industry families coordinate damage control campaigns that often become more controversial than the original accusations. But here's what's really calculated about these predator protection scandals in streaming entertainment. Platforms have discovered that sexual assault controversies generate more engagement than actual accountability. So they continue monetizing accused predators' content while treating victims' trauma as algorithmic engagement opportunities. Del Rio's firing proves that streaming services will only remove predators when the controversy becomes too expensive to ignore, not because they actually care about protecting victims or preventing abuse. When your streaming platform profits from predator content while victims struggle for justice, they're not supporting accountability, they're exploiting sexual assault scandals as content creation opportunities that generate revenue through manufactured outrage designed to drive subscription engagement.
Netflix subscribers are getting targeted by fake billing scans, and the timing proves criminals are exploiting streaming platform reputation crises for financial fraud. Scammers are sending phishing emails pretending to be Netflix billing while the company faces massive subscriber boycotts, creating perfect cover for identity theft operations. The fake billing scams are designed to steal sensitive information from users who are already questioning their Netflix subscriptions due to the ongoing Elon Musk controversy. Criminals have discovered that streaming platform scandals create opportunities for fraud because subscribers are more likely to believe billing issues during times of corporate crisis. But here's what's really dangerous about these Netflix scam operations targeting streaming subscribers. The phishing emails exploit the trust relationship between platforms and users, turning subscription services into identity theft vectors that criminals can weaponize during controversy cycles. Netflix's reputation crisis has created perfect conditions for scammers because subscribers are already receiving legitimate cancellation confirmations, making fake billing emails harder to distinguish from real communications. When your streaming platform's controversy creates opportunities for criminals to steal your identity, maybe the real problem isn't the scammers. It's the platform that destroyed subscriber trust so completely that fraud becomes indistinguishable from legitimate business communications.
SNL just got called out for excluding women of color, and Sherry Shepherd's response proves traditional entertainment still can't compete with streaming platform diversity. The talk show host revealed her thoughts on Saturday Night Live's representation problems, while streaming services continue attracting audiences with more inclusive content strategies. SNL's diversity controversy shows how traditional television is losing relevance because they refuse to evolve beyond outdated casting practices that alienate modern audiences. Shepard's criticism highlights how legacy entertainment institutions are being replaced by streaming platforms that understand audience demand for authentic representation rather than tokenism. But here's what traditional television doesn't understand about their diversity crisis compared to streaming competition. Streaming platforms have discovered that inclusive content generates more engagement and subscriber loyalty than the exclusionary programming that built traditional television's outdated business model. SNL's diversity problems prove that legacy entertainment is dying because they're still operating under demographic assumptions that streaming services have already proven wrong through data-driven content strategies. When your iconic comedy show can't figure out representation that streaming platforms mastered years ago, traditional television isn't preserving comedy heritage. They're demonstrating why audiences are abandoning legacy entertainment for platforms that actually reflect the diversity of their subscriber base.